This is NEET IIT motion straight line, right? Very good. Yes, display is going on now. Yes, ma'am. Yes, good evening, guys. Good evening, everyone. Try to practice these questions as part of the worksheet. Really, girls, girls. Take care, everyone. Bye, bye. Here is this.
Some extra questions are also same only sir, but they are here we have not written some questions. One question
Keep it up. How many questions have completed, man? How many have completed? Go through, go through. Physics. Mm. Yes. Board is started. So what is your hostel? Bring the volume. You don't have? You don't have? This is true. We are expecting to finish this observation this once. Have you done? Have you completed this?
Yeah, it's done. This problem did not complete to this one again. This one, others are completed.
Right. So, what is given here? Page number 63.
Yes, sir.
One. What is given here is a body moves from one corner of an equilateral triangle outside 10 centimeters to the same corner along the sides. Let me write the question. A body moves from
Yeah, don't
one corner of a equilateral triangle. Equilateral triangle to equilateral triangle of side 10 centimeter to the same corner, same corner along the sides, along the sides. Then distance and displacement are respectively. Then distance and displacement are respectively. So actually no need of options also for this, but let's see the options. First option is 30 centimeters and 10 centimeters. Second option 30 centimeters and 0 centimeters. And third option 0 centimeters and 30 centimeters. And fourth option 30 centimeters and 30 centimeters. So simply you can say that as particle is moving along the sides of an equilateral triangle, let us say this is A, B, C. From A, along the sides it is moving. From one corner to the same corner it has traveled, right? So from here, this is the initial point. It has traveled along the sides and came back to the same corner. So both initial and final points are same. So displacement will be zero,
Exactly.
right? Displacement. We are asking to find this. What is that? Distance and displacement. Second point is displacement. So which option is having a zero in the second point? If you observe, 10, 0, 30, 30. So without any confusion, you can take this one. Otherwise, you can calculate distance travel. Distance travel is the movement sum of the side lengths. It is given that each side is having 10 centimeters, 10 centimeter side length. It is having a side length of 10 centimeters. So 10 plus 10 plus 10, 30. So obviously, okay. So displacement is 0. Distance is 30 centimeters. That's it. Okay.
So then I have this problem. Four corners of the copy. Level can take one. 11 to 11.
Remember this one.
Tomorrow. Class. So then you get 20 points. 10 from the exam.
Have you tried? So, here is given what? Here is given here is. Yeah. Next. 64. Question number 7. The body starts from rest and moves with a uniform acceleration. The ratio of distance covered in nth second to distance covered in n seconds. When a body started, the question is, I'm repeating the question, you guys can copy it down, and moves with an uniform acceleration. The ratio of distance covered in nth second, ratio of distance covered in nth second to the distance covered in n seconds. S, let us take, is equal to what? We know that we know that distance distance covered distance covered in nth second is, we can take it as Sn is equal to u plus a by 2 into 2n minus 1. In general, it is mentioned that the body starts from rest, so it is given condition is u equal to 0. Okay, then you can write it as Sn is equal to, and it is also mentioned that it is moving with uniform acceleration. A is equal to constant uniform acceleration. So then you can say u is 0, so it is
The
a by
constant
2
we can be
into
taken as 0.
constant 2n minus 1. A by 2 into 2n minus 1 is the distance covered in nth second. Let us take this as 1. Whereas total distance covered in n seconds means total distance covered in n seconds is given by s is equal to ut plus half at square. Again here also, as it is starting from s, we have to take this as 0. Then n seconds, that means here in t seconds, here total distance covered in t seconds will be taken as ut plus half at square. In n seconds means you have to take this as un plus half an square. As u is 0, you can take this
I
as
did not understand.
the distance covered in t seconds. T seconds is ut plus half at square.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
whereas in place of t, if it is given as n, this implies distance covered in n seconds. N seconds, total n seconds is s is equal to un plus half into an square. An square. In place of 80 square, t place we have n. So an square. N seconds, 10 seconds or 5 seconds or whatever it is. It is given as n. So as u is 0, u is 0, so we will take s is equal to half an square. Let us take this as equation 2. Then the ratio of these two we are asked to find. What is that? Sn by s is equal to Sn is a by 2 into 2n minus 1. Equation 1. You can take this as, so you can take this as Sn by s is equal to, what is Sn? What is Sn? It is a by 2 into 2n minus 1. A by 2 into 2n minus 1 divided by s is half into an square. Here this 2 gets cancelled and this a also gets cancelled. So we will get 2n minus 1 by n square. But in the options they have given separate terms. So we have to take this as 2n by n square minus 1 by n square. If we take then 1n gets cancelled here, we get 2 by n minus 1 by n square. So therefore this ratio can be further expressed as Sn by s is equal to 2 by n minus 1 by n square. So now we can choose the options accordingly. 2 by n minus 1 by n square is given first option. 2 by n minus 1 by n square. Yes.
Then I have a doubt. It's
Yes. Right. I hope it is clear. Next, let us see. Next question. It is same. Page number 64 and question number, what is this, 10th one, right? What is the question? It is given that a car moving along a straight highway, a car moving along a straight highway with a speed of 126 km per hour. You have to take this as initial speed. U is equal to 126 km per hour. This is brought to stop within a distance of 200 meters. Which is brought to stop means final velocity becomes 0 within a distance of, it's after traveling a distance of 200 meters. Then what is the retardation of the car? Retardation is nothing but negative acceleration minus a is equal to that. Retardation means retardation. Retardation is also called as deceleration. Deceleration is nothing but negative acceleration. Negative acceleration. Okay, this is equal to what? Is a question. Okay, this is equal to what? So we have to use one of the equations of motion, that is, you can say actually a body is moving with this initial velocity u here. After traveling a distance of this s, it has stopped. It means final velocity becomes 0. So what is the acceleration it has undergone? If you find, you get negative value, but if they have asked you to find retardation, means negative acceleration. So that means the positive value they have to take. So we know that v square minus u square is equal to 2as, right? So here v is 0, u is given in kilometer per hour, but if you see the options are given in terms of meter per second square. That means you have to convert this all into SI units. Velocity into meter per second, the distance anyway is given in meter, so this you have to convert into meter per second. So let us see how to convert this. U is equal to 126 kilometer per hour. Kilometer per hour, if you want to convert 1 kilometer equal to how many meters? 1000 meters. But r is equal to 3600 seconds, right? So it will then you get meter per seconds. On simplifying this, anyway, you'll get 5 by 18. So other way you can write it as 1 by 126 into 5 by 18 meter per second you'll get. Okay, can you simplify this further? So 18, 7 times was 126, so 7 fives, 35 meter per second is initial velocity. This you have to make it here. So it is minus 35 square means 35 into 35 is equal to 2 into when it is moving with initial velocity, for the velocity to be 0, it has to decrease. When it is decreasing, you have to take the acceleration is negative acceleration. So acceleration is negative acceleration minus a into s displacement. So this negative acceleration we are asked to find. So minus a s, is this clear?
Yes, sir.
So we have to take this acceleration is called negative acceleration. So minus a is equal to, or you will get 1 second.
Distance is 200.
Actually, if you say this is minus a is equal to minus 35 into 35 by what is this 2 into, yes, acceleration will be negative acceleration. If you take this negative sign, you have to cancel it. Otherwise, if you take this as retardation, then anyway just you will get negative sign. Otherwise, you have to cancel out this. So then you will get a is equal to 35 into 35 by 2 into s is how much? 200. Approximately 3.06 will get. The unit of acceleration is meter per second square. This is how we'll get the acceleration value.
On this problem,
Okay. Yes. Another question. So it is based on vectors. The question is, it is page number 95. 95. Question number 2. Forces. Concurrent means having same origin. Forces are acting on a body as shown in figure to keep it in equilibrium. Then the value of p and theta, which are given in the figure, are. So let us see the diagram here. Is given that there is a particle you can consider, and these four forces are acting. One force is acting along horizontal direction, whose value is 1 Newton. You can consider this is F1. Okay, another force is acting in perpendicular direction to this. Let us consider this is F2. Any force you can write F1, F2, F3, F4, like F2 is equal to root 3 Newton. And one more force is acting. So obviously it is given as 90 degrees. So one more force is acting somewhere here in this direction. Let us say this is F3, whose value is 2 Newton. It is acting at an angle of 60 degrees to with respect to F1, and there is another force P. P, this is F4. F4 is equal to P Newton. It is acting at an angle of theta with respect to F2. F2. So then the question is, what is P and theta is the question. So what is given here is in the question is, these four forces are acting on this to keep it in equilibrium. Equilibrium means net force equal to 0. F1 F1 vector plus F2 vector plus F3 vector plus f4 vector should be equal to 0. Means you have to resolve all forces into the components here, because it is their coplanar vectors. They are lying in a plane. If we consider this is x-axis, this is y-axis of the plane, you have to resolve all into xy components. So sum of x components f1x plus f2x plus f3x plus f4x should be equal to 0, and f2x plus y component of 1, so f1y plus f2y plus f3y plus f4y should be equal to 0.
So why are taking it?
So, net force equal to 0 means sum of x component should be equal to 0, sum of y component should be equal to 0, sum of z components also should be 0, because it is lying in a plane, all are coplanar. So sum of x component should be equal to 0, sum of y component should be equal to 0.
Directly f1 by f2 by f3 by f4 it will be.
Okay, because they are acting at an angle, directly you cannot take, you have to resolve, then only you have to take. Okay, so in that case f1 x component of first one, let us write f1x is equal to, because it is acting on x-axis only, f1x is nothing but 1 Newton, whereas f2x is, this is 2, it is acting only in y-axis, so f2 is acting only like y-axis, so its x component will be 0, its x component is 0. Then f3x, third vector is making an angle 60 with x-axis, so if you resolve this, if you get x and y components, so x component of this will be f3x is f3 cos 60, f3 cos 60, f3 is 2, so 2 cos 60 is what? Cos 60 is
1 by 2.
1 by 2, so it is 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1,
And
and
how 2x is 0? Of 2x.
it is acting only along y-axis. So if it is acting along only on y-axis, x component will be 0. Then f4x is equal to fourth one is making an angle of theta with y-axis. If you resolve, you will get it is p cos theta y component. X component will be p sin theta, but it is acting along negative x direction, so you have to take its x component is a minus p sin theta. Now by taking this into consideration, let us take this is 1, this is 2. So from first equation implies f1x is 1, f2x is 0, f3x is plus 1 positive value, right? And f4x is minus p sin theta is equal to 0. So this is 1 plus 1 2. So if you send this that side, it becomes plus p sin theta. So p sin theta is equal to plus 2. It is another equation. Let us say 3. Got it? Got it? Next, if you take this, it was what you call, to satisfy second equation, you have to take y components of all. Okay. So here,
F and y
let us say this as let us write here only. This is equal to. This is equal to 2 into 1 by 2 is equal to 1. So now y components, let us take f1y, because the first vector is acting only along x direction, its y component will be 0, and second vector is acting f2y is acting only along y direction, it is equal to f2y is its magnitude, that is root 3, and f3y. Third one is making an angle theta with x-axis, so x component is actually f cos theta, y component will be f sin theta, that is 2 sin 60. 2 sin 60, sin 60 is root 3 by 2, so 2 into root 3 by 2, 2 to cancel, you will get root 3, so equal to root 3 is f3y, whereas f4y is y component of fourth vector, so it's here y component is p cos theta, so it is acting along positive y direction, so you can write it as p cos theta. So on simplifying this, we get so if you substitute all this in for second equation, f1y 0, f2y plus root 3, f3y plus root 3, and for f4y is p cos theta. So on simplifying this, you get 2 root 3 is plus I have p cos it is all are positive terms only. Wait. Y component is minus one negative term comes. Which one? Third one. It is having y component in negative y direction. This is f3y. So this is minus root 3. Minus. So it is minus root 3y. So you will get minus root 3. So actually this minus root 3 plus root 3 cancel. So this is equal to 0 means you will get p cos theta equal to 0. This implies p cos theta is equal to 0. Anyway, p cannot be 0. So you can say cos cannot be equal to 0. P cannot be equal to
From option
cannot be equal to 0. We can take a cos theta equal to 0. If cos theta equal to 0 implies theta will be
1.
for what value of angle cos will be 0? 0 degrees or 90 degrees? 90 degrees. So theta is 90. Once you know theta is 90, by taking this as fourth equation, if you substitute in second equation, so if you substitute it here, we'll get a p sin 90 equal to sin 90 is 1. So equation 1 implies p into sin 90 is equal to 2. Sin 90 is 1, so p is equal to 2. So p is 2, theta is 90. Options, if you see the options,
Option 2, sir.
p is 2, theta is 90. So second option is correct. So p is 2 Newton and theta is 90 degree.